Hey y'all, this video is for our 2nd through 4th grade team from March week 4. This is March 31st, the last week that we will be talking about individuality, discovering who you are meant to be or discovering who God made you to be. And this week our story is all about Samuel and David from 1 Samuel 16:7. And that verse says, "People look at the outside, but God looks at the heart." So we're talking about just how what's on the outside doesn't matter, what's on the inside does. So our bottom line is God wants me to see what really matters. And our memory verse for this, hello, I need this right now. Okay, sorry. All right. Okay, well, I would be really annoyed if I was watching this right now. Sorry. Our memory verse for the month is, "How you made me is amazing and wonderful. I praise you for that. What you have done is wonderful. I know that very well." Psalm 139:14. So this week, kids are going to get another ticket just for being here, but starting in April, so like April 7th or whatever that is, here, play with the hearts. Starting like April 7th or whatever, they will get a ticket, and if they know this memory verse the first week in April, which is next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the following one, then they will get a ticket for knowing this. So really encourage them to work on that over the coming week if they don't already know it. So we would love to see you in the garage door room at 8:20 and 10:20. We just have some donuts, coffee. It's a great time to just celebrate birthdays, celebrate anything else that's going great in people's lives. Praying for each other. It has been so great just praying for each other. I feel like I know what's going on in people's lives more from doing this, and just to gather together and pray is awesome. And then also this week, we'll just be asking God to help show kids that He sees our hearts and not our outward appearance or what's going on the outside, but just what our hearts are doing on the inside. We'll be finished with that at 8:30 and 10:30 to make sure that your small groups are ready to go. And when kids start to roll in at 8:40 and 10:40, you're just going to, of course, like always, welcome them into your group. Make sure you know everybody's name. Make sure everybody feels welcome. And then you're going to play another game this week to help the kids share about themselves. So they're going to use their 5 fingers on one hand and let them share 5 things about themselves. So I was born in Texas. My favorite place is home. Wow, this sounds like me. I have a brother and a sister. My favorite food is ice cream. I've never been to South Dakota. They're just going to say 5 things about themselves. Then when service starts at 9 and 11, each small group gets 1 roll of toilet paper. So you're going to see 2 rolls of toilet paper on your cart if you're in first service. One of those rolls is for second service, so make sure you don't use it. So you're going to select a kid who's willing to stand in the center of the group, and the other kids are going to work together to wrap them up like a mummy. Make sure that they know the toilet paper is only to wrap up their friend. And when they're finished, set a timer to see how quickly they can pile up all the toilet paper and throw it in the trash can. So then you'll just close it down by saying, "So guys, that was some fast wrapping." And we just focused on wrapping the outside, but the outside of us isn't what's important to God. So we're going to head to large group and find out more. So this week in large group, I am the storyteller. Sorry in advance, but I do love doing it. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great story. When you get back from large group, you're going to do a little review activity called Hidden Heart. So what you're going to do is you have a review questions activity page, which I will show you what that is. It looks like this, and it just has a bunch of different review questions on it about the story from this week. And what you're going to do is you're going to have some little styrofoam cups on your cart. So you want to fill those up with water, and you have some paint brushes. And you just want to, put enough, 2 or 3 or 4 out so that everyone in your small group can reach one. And you're going to talk about today's Bible story using the review questions from the activity page. And as you discuss the story and use the review questions, you're going to pass out little index cards that look like this. And you're going to instruct kids to use the watercolor paints that are in your cart to just lightly paint over the surface of their index cards to reveal, and it will reveal a heart in white crayon on their index cards. And so kids will need to dip their brushes in the water first to get them wet, and then ask them to identify what's hidden on the index card. And they should say that it's a heart. So then when you're finished, just make sure, toss out the water, get the brushes ready for second service, first service people. That would be so nice of you. Make sure kids kind of clean up. And then you can just put their name on their index card and set it aside to dry. And to close this activity down, you'll just say, "So guys, this looked like a plain white index card until you guys revealed the heart that was underneath the paint. So God reminded Samuel that He cares more about what's on the inside than what's on the outside. And before we make a quick judgment about somebody like Samuel did when he met Jesse's sons, God wants us to take the time to get to know someone. So look for friends who treat others with kindness, friends who aren't jealous when someone else wins or gets something they don't have. friends who choose to encourage. And these are things that matter way more than what kind of clothes they wear or if they can run faster than other people. Just remember, guys, God wants me to see what really matters. And if you can think of one, maybe tell kids about a time when you made a judgment about somebody just based on their appearance and you turned out to be wrong. Then for the memory verse review, what you're going to do is you're not going to have string. I'm going to modify this a little bit because it just makes more sense. So you've got these heart keychains that look like this. They're super fun. The kids are definitely going to want to play with them because I want to play with them. So what you're going to do is first you're going to look up and practice Psalm 139:14. And then you're going to have the kids stand in the circle. And you're going to have one kid in the middle of the circle. And you're not going to use yarn. You're just going to have this keychain. And what you're going to do is you're going to have all the kids on the outside of the circle. They're going to face in. And you're going to start with the keychain. And you're going to put it behind your back. And all the kids are going to have the keychain behind their back. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start passing. And the kid in the middle is not going to know which way you've passed the keychain. You're going to pass it to your left or your right. They're not going to know. And all the kids should just kind of be acting like they're passing it back and forth. And you can count to 30 maybe or whatever you want to count to. And then say, all right, the kid in the middle has to guess who has the keychain just from kind of looking around the circle. No, Lola. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not kidding. You're not going to count to 30. You're going to say the memory verse. And when the memory verse is finished, then the kid is going to guess who has the heart. Oh, my gosh. We are losing control here. We are losing control. And then if they're correct, they get to stay in the middle. And if they lose, they get to change places with the kids who's holding the keychain. Or you could just have them trade places no matter what. So then just to close it down, you're going to say, guys, that was fun. And you really had to pay attention to figure out where the heart was in each round. Remember, the way God made you is amazing and wonderful, but the way he made you isn't just about your hair color or how tall you are or short you are. God wants you to pay attention to the things he pays attention to, and he pays attention to what's on the inside. So remember, God wants us to see what really matters. So you have some optional small group questions. Why is it important to look on the inside? What do actions, words, emotions, attitudes tell you about somebody? When is it wise to try to determine what a person's... When is it wise to try to determine what is in a person's heart? Oh, Lola, we're almost done. Here, do you want to take this heart? Oh, thank you. Okay, so then to pray, you're just going to have some labels for week 4, our bottom line. God wants me to see what really matters. You can give one of those to each kid. And then you're just going to close down in prayer and just say, guys, when you look in the mirror, remember to think about what really matters. And it's what's on the inside. So, this changed. Sorry, you're not giving them piñatas. You guys can thank me later for that. So you're just going to encourage kids to tell their parents about what they learned today. They can show them their heart that they made with watercolors. That's it. Sorry. We're crazy. Thank you guys so much for serving. So grateful for you. Looking forward to April and Easter, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.